This week, I lost my best friend in the whole world. If you're a Chicagoan or a fan of Chicago radio, I'm sure you've heard the name Lin Brehmer. He was a longtime radio disc jockey on 93 XRT FM. I wanted to pay tribute to him because he passed away recently. He was diagnosed with cancer and unfortunately did not make it to such an evil disease that has taken so many people from our lives. But luckily we did get a chance to enjoy hearing him on the radio again for a little bit, hoping that he was going to pull through, but maybe that was his last hurrah, knowing what he knew, who knows. But I'm thankful for knowing him. I think Lynn and Mary Dixon were the absolute best voices to hear on morning radio. What a great team. I would always listen to them Monday through Friday on my way into work when I was managing kitchens in another lifetime. And listening to them gave me such great joy, whether it was being entertained or having my thoughts provoked by his Lin's Bins, or even if it was on the radio, just being part of the Cubs opening day festivities that he would host every year. Lynn always found a way to bring joy to me, especially when I was going through a very rough time. I absolutely loved listening to the radio every single day and listening to Lynn in the mornings, but I would have to say my absolute favorite day was Friday. On Friday mornings, he would always play that goofy piece. And once he hit the microphone saying it's Friday and it's great to be alive, even though I was going through some tough times and admittedly thinking some pretty dark thoughts, Lynn really made me think of all the things that I should be thankful for in my life. And for that, Lynn, I absolutely thank you. Side note, Friday afternoons on the way home, listening to John Williams on WGN Radio, Always Look at the Bright Side of Life segment was absolute wonderful way to finish up the workday and start the weekend too. And I'm here in the car because this is where I would listen to you, Lynn. I'm sure in a rare day off I might have listened to you at home or maybe in the office somewhere, but this is pretty much it. I would say we probably first met back in high school. Certainly don't want you to feel older than you are, but yeah, started listening to you back in high school and started working and commuting soon after high school. So I felt it was an appropriate place to pay tribute to you. You know, I come from a generation, or the tail end of a generation before smartphones. I don't want to say cell phones because we had those big, huge blocks in the car. But we hadn't yet had computers at our fingertips. And I think it was, in many ways, a much simpler time. It was a time where our TV shows were on weekly versus going through binge-watching sessions, and a time where we listened to the radio. I think when we have time to process things, we actually have time to think about things and think things through. Nowadays, I feel that, and I'm certainly guilty of it as well, instead of hearing too much, we hear too little and we see too much. And seeing too much, I feel, gives us an opportunity to react too quickly without actually thinking things through and hearing people out, or actually reading things behind headlines. So, Lynn, you were certainly a man of a different generation, and I appreciate all the times that you were there for me and for so many other people. I've seen so many posts and read so many comments, and the love that has been poured out for you has been unbelievable. And I do want to say that Lynn did utter my name one time. There was a thing that they would do every week. It was called XRT's Corporate Takeover. And at the time, sometimes your home life is reflected in your work life. And I was working in a place that the morale was pretty low. And not just for me, but for many of the team members there. And I put my name in and pitched a reason as to why the staff should be taken over. And I'll tell you, goddammit, when Lin Brehmer read my name, I was in the freezer putting away some stock, and one of my coworkers ran in and told me, and by the time I got out, I had they obviously didn't repeat it, but sure enough, they came out, and it wasn't Lynn. And forgive me, I can't remember. I think it was Kristen King, maybe. She came out and brought us some, it wasn't anything extravagant, but just knowing that we won and just having them come and bring us some things. I think it was like some sample CDs and Pearl Jam stickers. And of course, a lot of the residents that was working in senior care ended up taking some of the stuff. I love those older generations, but they learned how to hoard, especially if they grew up in the Depression. But God bless them. And it was a really fun moment for me, and I am extremely thankful for that. One of the few times I ever won a contest. So again, Lynn, I appreciate you. I hope that you are resting in peace. Hope you're spending some awesome vinyl up there in heaven. May you know eternal peace with all of your loved ones and all of the musicians that you never got a chance to meet. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day here in Chicago. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll catch you next time.